Hey guys, it's Jess from Maine, aka Wildernurse. Anyway, I am coming to you today because I want to show you how to use the moose poop planters. So these are moose nugget planters and they're all contained. They have everything that you need in them to plant sunflower seeds and make them grow. So this one has a dome. You can just plant the pot as soon as your sunflower starts germinating. This one is a recycled plastic pot, so you can reuse it. And then this one is a cardboard like peat pot. And that one you can also plant. So let me get into showing you what comes in the kits. Okay, so regardless of which kit you get, they all have the same things in them. You're gonna get, of course, a moose nugget. So you get your genuine made in Maine moose nuggie. And you're gonna hydrate this in the baggie. I'm gonna show you that in just a sec, but let me show you what all comes in here. You get your packet of seeds. So you get enough so that you can plant your planter and a few next to it if you want to. And you get a coco coir. So this is your dirt, basically, and I'll show you how that works. You get a little shovel, so you can scoop your dirt, and B, so you can poke a hole in the top of your moose nuggie to put the seed. So there's that. You get your little shovel. You get a pair of gloves. These are biodegradable nitrile gloves, and you get a little indicator for your plant area. So let's get into some of this here. So because you are working with actual moose poop, like this is actual poop, it's dried, it's cured, and it's pretty safe to handle, but it is still poop. So put your gloves on and then put a little water in your nuggie bag. Okay, if you get this recycled plastic planter instead of the peat or cardboard planter, you don't need another vessel to moisten your coco coir. And I suppose you don't need to use a different cup if you're using the other ones. It just will get super saturated fast and all your water will go before you expand your dirt. So this is a tea bag. It's basically just to protect your kit from getting coir all over it. So you're gonna take it out. And there's dirt in there, but that's okay. I'm gonna use this so you can see in there. Otherwise I could just use that pot. Put all your dirt in there. You could even really use this tea bag if you want to and just moisten it and let the dirt expand in there. Poke a hole in it. I mean, there's so many things, right? So that's in there. You can compost that tea bag. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of water. Like 2 to 4 tablespoons ought to do the trick. And then you'll see your dirt expand. So we'll come back when that happens. You can see it's already starting to expand in there. And then at the same time, I'm gonna go ahead and put on my gloves. See that? It's getting pretty big. It expands so fast, it absorbed all that water already. And you can see this was the size of it before, and now it is a full pot of dirt. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put my gloves on. These are gonna be big. If you're doing this with kids, these gloves are gonna be a little bit big. I'm sorry about that. All right. So when you take them out, you'll see they're packaged kind of inside out. That was just to help contain the fingers while I wrapped them up. They're not dirty, I promise. All right, and now I'm gonna open my nug. There we go. I should have done this first, really, but that's all right. And we're gonna pour just a little bit of water in there to get that hydrating. Mostly because it's been dried and cured. It's gonna be really hard to put your seed in. So I'm gonna let that hydrate for a little bit. If you're doing this where you eat, make sure you clean your area because you know, it's poop. Just saying. But it is very good at helping you grow plants. So I do choose these nuggets in the springtime, right after the snow starts melting, because moose eat grass. I mean, they eat bark and really dense material over the winter. They eat whatever they can find. So a lot of it is bark and really solid fiber. And so it's really good for your plants. And also I have some fire starters because it's so dry and dense that it burns forever. So I have some of those available too. But as you can tell, this is getting moist, so it's going to absorb all that water pretty quickly. And you can tell, you could squeeze it hard. You're just going to put it in dirt anyway, but it's going to absorb. It's not going to absorb all the water like the coir did, but it's going to get moist enough that you can break the top and put your seed in. That's all we really want to do. Okay, I guess I wasn't recording this part, but you can see the cocoa coir is all the way expanded. I put just like 1/8 of a cup in it. You can see that this was the original cocoa coir puck, and look at how big that is now. It is fully expanded and ready to go into my pot. The other thing I did was I put a little water in my nugget bag. So you can see here, I put a little, excuse me, water in there to rehydrate it a little bit. And you can see where the bubbles are coming out. I had a blowout in the side, and that's where I'm going to put my seed. So I'm just going to go ahead and let that finish hydrating. Really important here, while it has dried, these nuggets are actually a year old. It has dried. It's pretty safe to handle, but it's still poop. So wear your gloves, wash your hands, and have fun. So yeah, this is almost done hydrating. So I'm going to go ahead and take it out, get my pot prepped to get my seeds out and get ready to go. Okay, I'm going to use my little shovel. It's so cute. And I'm going to put my coir in there, chop it up a little bit. Now, you're going to have to be careful in the pots that do not, these recycled plastic pots do not have a hole in them. So you want to be careful not to overwater this because you're going to drown your seeds. So you want to just put your coir in, maybe about half of it, leave it there, and then you're going to put the rest on top. So I'm going to put a little bit more, and then I'm going to make a little hole in it, just like so. See that? Well, you probably can't see it because it's kind of dark, but anyway, I put a hole in it. Now I'm going to get my seeds out. And then I'm just going to take my nugget Be careful not to let the water go all over your counters if you're doing this in the house. Zip it back up. Throw it away wherever you throw away things. And then we're just gonna push a couple of seeds in here. You can use your shovel, the end that has the spike on it, to kind of make a little hole in your nugget. You can see I'm just pulverizing mine, and that's fine. So just like so. I'm gonna wipe mine off, but you don't have to. Then you can put your shovel back together. I'm gonna put a couple of seeds in mine because sometimes, you know, seeds don't take. So I'm gonna put a few, just 2 actually, and I'm gonna cover that up. Put a little bit more coir in there. And if you're using the smaller peat pots, you might not need to use all of this cocoa coir. So I'm gonna put that much in, I think. There we go, just like that. I'm gonna water it. Give it a nice little watering. And I'm gonna seal it with a little more dirt. And a little more water. There we go. So now in about 4 days-ish, that sunflower seed is gonna sprout and make beautiful mammoth sunflowers. So I hope you enjoyed this seed package. And again, you know, make sure you're using good hand hygiene and think about all of our other kits. Right now it's just sunflowers because they grow the best and fastest, and who doesn't want their plants to grow fast and survive? And then you have a little plant stake here, which I'm gonna write sunflower on and stick it in there. And there it is, we're done. So now we're gonna go put it out in the sun and check on it every couple of days to see if it's sprouted and make sure it's got enough water. There it is, guys, my sunflower living its best life.